looks like we're going now. What do we got? What do we got? I guess that one I hadn't started, so let me just double check the studio. Make sure we got something on the channel. Looks like the stream is healthy. I do want to see it in the studio though. Let's see if I can do it from here. We'll just leave it. Alright, so welcome to the broadcast. If you heard I was going to come out and go live every day on YouTube, you've heard correctly. I don't believe I missed everything. I didn't actually go live yesterday, but I did upload some videos. So, this is the deal. I'm going to try to do this on a regular basis. What I am going to do today is we're just going to kind of share what I'm doing. I got to move the YouTube window over for a minute. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go head over to AIO hosting. And if you're not familiar with what that is, I'll show you in just a second. So today what I'm going to do is work on the website for my chatbots. And the way Alright, looks like audio's following video here. Hold on a second. I need you to be able to hear me when I'm over here working on the screen. And it was not letting me do that. So just 1 minute. Alright, that's a little bit better. Okay, you should be able to hear me out there just fine. What I am going to do though, however, is I'm just going to switch the screen. So we're going to log into the hosting account. I don't sell hosting outside of managed hosting, so if you want to get with me about hosting your website, please do. I'd be happy to take a look at it. So let's get into it. What I'm basically going to do is I'm going to log into my cPanel account tonight, and we're going to do this nice. Whoop, let's see, maybe that's not going to be the easiest way. There we go. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the site builder inside of cPanel. And this is the latest build of cPanel. If you go to the bottom of the page, you'll see it's cPanel 124.0.23. So, some of the older, or if you're in Namecheap, you may see a different version of a website builder with a little purple icon. That is the website builder I built the website on originally. So, if you know for a fact, what used to be AIO chatbots, okay, I've been telling people to go here. It's dead right now, okay? And the reason that is because my white label isn't built over top of the actual program that I'm using to run the chatbots. So let's go to go.aiochatbots.com. And this is actually a good example because this is the platform. I could just run it like this if I wanted to, and everything's built for me. Everything's set up so that I can simply see, you know, what's going on. I'm right in the account, but this isn't actually how I want to run my system. The way I want to run my system is by, if I sign out here, you see the sign-in page, nothing but. And what I would like this to be is what people come to after they see my more defined front end, or what I want to have for the front end of my website. So originally, let me go grab what it used to look like real quick, so you can get a better feel for what I'm up to here. And this will take a minute because I actually scraped these pages a while ago, but this shouldn't be an issue. I'm going to go right to AIO chatbots. There we go. I guess there's some stuff here I might have to look at. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back a little ways. Alright, let's do this. I'm just looking through my snaps over here. I don't want to expose you guys to all of them because there may be some here you guys shouldn't see. You know, just family photos and things. It's choking on the image folder right now. We might have to wait a minute. Oh, I'm getting a really low bit rate. What the? That's weird. Alright, things aren't coming across so well on the other side. Looks like we're getting low output on the feed here, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, the images are not coming up. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to go back to December, which is when I shut the site down. I just want to see what images I picked up that week. Why it's showing so many of them, I don't know. It's showing them in super scale. They should not be this big either. Wow. Okay. I know you guys can't see this. Oh, there we go. Alright, I found the page that I want anyway. So, what I'm going to duplicate. Let me just shrink this down. Hold on a second. Oh, this software is not playing nice right now. So if you recall my old website for AIO chatbots, what it basically was an interface that looked a lot like this. This was the front page and the menu. Let's open that up so you can see it a little better. So that was what the website used to look like. Right? It was just a couple of things on the bar, but it had some really cool comments and text on it that I just want to kind of replicate in the next website build. So if I go back to where these are all located, they're located in an old stash of images that I have here in my library. So you can see here I got some snaps from the old website. And I'm just going to take some of that stuff and use the content that's there to build a new website over on SiteJet. And the way I'm going to do that is we're going to come up with something. And this is not built in SiteJet. This is the Best AI Podcast website, but this one's actually built inside AIO Flow. So I could go either way if I wanted to build something unique for Best. Yeah, you know what? What should we do there? Would you prefer I build it in SiteJet, or would you prefer I build it within my own system? I think I could build it faster here. And that's the one Best AI Podcast is built in. Looks like I'm losing my internet. I've got a really bad connection here. But what I should be able to do if I wanted to is I could build a website here and just call this actually I want to make these AIO bots, I believe, or AIO. I have AIO agents here, but I want to have some bots, and these bots are going to be just really employees in a sense, agent employees, but I want them under AIO bots. I just believe that this is a kind of a cool name for it. I'm going to save that, see what comes up. It's probably going to save twice. But I'm going to start with a scratch site. I'm going to try a website template. So do we go with something, flash it kind of like that. That's not bad actually. But these are all kind of mobile app type setups. That's what I use for Best Live TV. Not really the ones I'm looking for. I might want to go with something a little better. I do have some saved blocks and stuff I could start with and just start piecing something together if I wanted to, and see what I can come up with from previous builds. I do like a black background in a lot of cases, but that's not really what I want to make this time around. So if I wanted to pull some templates out of here, I could, or I could just start from scratch and just kind of work things together real quick. But sometimes you like to start with something professional that's just kind of the grade of property that you want to build on. So I'm going to head back to AIO hosting for a minute. And I'm going to log back in. I just feel the SiteJet builder in this case, if I wanted to build on that domain, so let's see if I have the domain set up. This is a cPanel build, so I'm going to have to add a domain of sorts. And let's see, I have AIO chatbots. I could put it there to start. I have an AIO agent store, which I could use. The live bots I already have built on something. Yeah, we don't have AIO bots over here. Maybe what we should do is that. So this is the normal, let's go back. This would be the normal process to build a site on a new domain. So let's start that from scratch. I'm just going to get a quick, hold on one second. Again, my name is Leland Best of Best Live TV, and today I'm just going to take you over to Namecheap. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to take a domain name. Helps if I'm sharing the screen. I'm going to take a domain name from Namecheap, and we're going to go over here and show you how I take something out of my account, host it over on another system, and then put a website on it. So we've got aiobots.us, aioagent.net. See what else we have. aioagents.net. So we could get down to a couple of these. I've got both of them in play. AIO Agent Bots, AIO Agents Online. I kind of like that one even, just to get people over there. AIObots.us, like we mentioned. AIO Chatbots was the original. AIO Chat Agents. What do you guys think? AIO Live Chat, Live Bots. I'm using on another account. Maybe we should just kind of go with that. I'd probably still have the best live bots, or don't I? Yeah, I still have best live bots. So we could do something like that as well. That might not even be too bad. Best live bots. No, I think I want to go with all-in-one something. So I'm going to back up. I think I'm going to go with the AIO. Because we have AIO agents. Let me make sure which one we have here. AIO agents. Agent, I believe. Agents.net. Right? Okay, so it's agents.net. So let's go with AIO Agents Online. No, I kind of like the AIO chatbots. I've already built everything around that brand, so we're going to stick with it, but I'm just going to build the site to a little different effect. So what we're going to do is we've pushed AIO chatbots by managing the domain. I went to the advanced DNS settings, basically wiped everything out that I had there originally, and then moved the custom DNS settings to point to my A server at cloudbedrock.net. My friend Jim Hankins runs it, also the owner of cribops.com. So he's giving me the option to resell hosting, and I use it as managed hosting only for my customers. And in that essence, I am pointing a lot of my domains to the hosting platform that I utilize. Not here. This is a totally different hosting platform that we have on AWS, but through the cPanel. So in this case, if I go to start a website on a domain that I have over here, that means I've already pointed the domain over to this host, so I'm able to add it into the cPanel by simply adding it through the domain section. I create a new domain. I add the domain by name. I simply give it a folder outside of sharing it. I don't like to share with the home domain, so I simply put a new folder for the domain underneath public HTML. And what that does is it builds in the subdirectory, in the file manager, you'll see under the HTML folder, a directory for each domain that you bring to the site. So in this case, it's AIO chatbots, and that one's right here. So anything installed will be put into this folder. So we're simply going to head over to the site builder to get started. And I have started a basic template design on this in the past, so I'm just going to probably start with that, or maybe refresh it and show you how to delete one. So here's AIOchatbots.com, again through the cPanel in the SiteJet builder. I'm simply going to come over here and continue editing. Now I could change the template if I wanted to take a look at this real quick and see what it is I might want to use, but I think the one that I already have is the one I'm going to stick with. So let's go over here again, and we're just going to go in and edit AIO chatbots. And you can see this is where I run most of my other major sites, just because I like the builder. I'm really happy with it. Oh, look at that. So you can see I came in right away to a template that's already started. Some of these images obviously don't go with what it is I'm trying to build. So what I'm going to need to do is go in and replace a lot of these images and text and try to come up with a format that looks better, works better, does what I need it to do. This is obviously set up for doing nothing but selling gadgets, but more or less it's just an email sign up In my case, I'm going to want to just connect it to the AIO chatbots front end. So the way I'm going to do that, I'm not happy with this cover though. That's something I'm probably going to try to get away from. But let's right off the bat at least get an image in here that represents something to do with chatbots. So I'm going to head over to my project for this. We're going to go see where I hid those. I know I got a bunch of them here. I think they're under AIO. There's the bots. And what we're going to do is simply throw some images up here of some bots so that we have them on screen. I don't really care what they look like at this time. These images have not had the backgrounds removed, which I will be doing in some case or another. I did create a bunch of other ones the other day using AI just to get things rolling. So I'm trying to find some good imagery that I can just set up here and make it look stunning. But the only way I'm going to be able to do that is to remove some of these backgrounds to get them to filter into the website and actually look like part of the context of the website. So in comparison, what I like to do sometimes is just take content that I have. Now this is one thing I could do. If I have all these images of my old website, let's say for instance I see this one. I'm going to try to save some of these or open them. I wish I open them with something else. Yeah, I can choose a program. So let's see if I can open these with Paint. I'll bring them over into another layout. Might be a little easier. Oh, maybe not. It's not going to let me. Okay, it looks for a wholly different type of program. So what I'm going to do, I wished I'd have saved these before the broadcast. What I was hoping to do is actually go through these and get the content off of the pages by having the AI read the image, okay? But it looks like there's scatteredness in all my pages here. I don't get it. Hold on a second. I'm just looking through the content. Make sure I got everything here. Yeah, it should have been part and parcel to what I had there. Everything seems to have, some of it's gone. So I was intending on using some of this data here. This is really where most of it was. I mean, that's nothing. That doesn't say anything to anybody. So what we're going to kind of do, this tells a little bit of a story, but that's it. It didn't get the whole picture. That was just an intent for what the front page might look like. And that's not what I want to do anymore. So maybe just kind of get away from that whole idea. We'll do something a little different here. I'm going to stay here. What is this doing? I don't want to go anywhere. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Okay. Now the editing function here is pretty cool. I like SiteJet because it has a lot of neat features when it comes to being able to work on the format of whatever's here, whether it's text or what have you. In this case, I'm going to have, that's a logo text. So it's being picked up as, here, I'll show you. Okay. So now I should be able to edit this. Doesn't seem to want to let me. I wonder if that is a text box that I created. It is. That's an actual image. That's not. No, here it is. It's a text. Okay. Just want to get that banner out of there, or that trademark out of there for now, and try to reduce the size of that. So over here, simply going to change the font size to about 50. That should be enough. That's not even big. We're going to make it smaller than that. Okay. So this is just to get an idea on site-wide. Let's get a picture in here or something else. Let's try. Kind of like that one. Let's go with the pinky, since there was a girl in there. See what we get. Nah, it's a little dude anyway, but it's okay. He's pointing down. Not sure that's a good idea, but yeah. It's got a. I didn't realize that was actually a slider of some kind. Looks like it was. So I'm gonna add a couple of them here. That's It's all good. I just want to get a few of these bots in here, and then I'm going to come back later and actually take the backgrounds out and such. I'm just trying to get a feel for what might look good in the format of the site. This one should be looking the other way. We'd want to flip that bot around completely, and then maybe able to mirror it. A lot of times you can inside these apps. I don't tend to mess around with mirroring the images. I would much rather edit the images and have it formatted both ways. Let's see what it'll let me do though. I don't think it's gonna let me. No, I can't flip it. I don't believe. I mean, I could CSS it, but I'm not gonna mess with it. So in this case, let's check the style. I'll probably move it back and pick a different one. And then it's about adding text, adding characteristics to the page. Obviously, I'm going to want to replace all the context of the page. But I'm just giving you guys an idea of how simple it is to go and create a front end for your bots. Kind of like this, where she's pointing up in the air. I like that one. And then again, I'm just trying to fill the gaps with content that looks more like chatbots than just a bunch of people jumping around with headphones on, because you can see what the intent of the site was. Now, I don't think I'm going to have this type of structured content here. It looks a little strange to me. There's not much discussment about what I want. Let's see, a lot of lorem ipsum text. I like the email only idea in the captcha. That's okay. Stuff like this is cool if it's legit. So I would have to make sure I find some that are awesome and legit. I'm not going to expect people, I should say I'm not going to put testimonials on pages that are not true or correct. So that's just not cool. And I see people do it all the time. What's this one? Carrying a briefcase or something? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Alright, so you get the idea. And this is all it takes. So how do we make it look like the front end of our website? Now, obviously, this is not going to be my final website, but by the time I get done just simply changing the context of, are you looking for an AI employee? I mean, I'm just playing around. I'm going to actually go out and get content from AI and myself. We're going to generate some marketing type style content, whatever it might be in this case. And all I need to do is maybe put a couple of links here to some of the ideas behind chatbots. And then from there, I'm going to also make a page. So instead of testimonials, which I don't have at this time to be able to put on this page, not that I don't have them, I'm just not going to put them up here if they're not legit testimonials. So I'm going to come up here and make this a login. Okay. So now I have a login, but where's my login going? Well, I'm going to make my login go literally right to the outside source of https go.aiochatbots.com. Okay. So it's an external link. It's probably going to change it on me. There it goes. Okay. Go, one more time, aiochatbots.com. Alright, good. Login, link, target, new tab. No, let's go with the same tab because I don't need people to stay on the website. I want to get them into the website as fast as possible. So this is going to say AIO chatbots login. Okay, and I'll put a little hyphen in there maybe, just to describe what that link is for. The relationship isn't necessary. That's not an issue in this case. And there's no special button designed for this button. I just need something on the channel here so that I can get to it. I don't necessarily need the contact page either because we're going to do that through a chat widget anyway. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the contact page, even though, well, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm just going to move the login down to the end of the bar. So what ends up happening here is this login falls below the contact, and that way it's at the end of the menu. So I'm not even going to get into the rest of it right now. I'm just going to save that. And we're going to take a preview look at the website. This would be the new AIO Chatbots website front end. Now music is everywhere. Obviously that's not a good theme. So let's just go, have you included AI in your business yet? I don't know if I got that right. I think I blew out the whole, where'd it go? All right, let's do it this way. You. How can we do this? He's not asking a question really. He looks more like he's more commanding something, isn't he? I still want to do this. Got AI. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. Let me just leave it at that. I'm kind of wanting to get really smooth and crazy with this stuff and just make it slick and sexy and whatever I can do. And this kind of thing, it's obviously AI packages, you know. We could just go our AI packages. We're just going to kind of play around here. For our AIO employees. Yeah, I'd rather do it that way. Employees. And we're going to kind of work this out. We're going to get into all this as far as how they're operating. Obviously, I had some good ones on the last page. So let's go back to here. I believe I had these right here. This would be perfect. So I'm going to copy this out real quick. Let me just get it. Whoops. That didn't even want to do it. What's going on? I'm just going to save this. Actually, I'm just going to move it over here where I can see it and you guys won't. I'm just going to type to it. So back to the website. Why is that moving with it? Okay, that was really weird. I don't know what just happened there. This should have came over with me instead. Okay. Back up. What I simply want to do is use different buttons than those. So we're good. Alright, we're going to head up here to these buttons, and I'm going to go look for what I had. So this one would actually be a power on button. This one's not bad for that, but this is more of a Wi-Fi type button. It's not really what we're looking for. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm not going to upload, sorry. I want to actually go to the folder image, and I'm going to check on stock images, okay? And I'm going to see if I can't find a power button. Let's see what comes up. Now, there may be an icon, there may not. I was hoping for an icon upload. Looks like they're not going to have that. So I would have to go looking for icons that I may have that I could use. So let's just go upload a power button. I'm sure I have one somewhere. I'm going to head over to my files button, or my files container, where I have all kinds of really cool art and buttons and things like that. So I should have some buttons. There's some buttons. So let's just do a power button. Not really the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the icons actually, but we're just gonna go this route for now. Just start it up and see what we've got. My next one was an automation type look, so I want to have something. Though I love this style, and I'll probably go back and find where these images came from, which looks like they're probably part of the internal workings of the template. So I may be able to find a stack of these somewhere. Actually, that could have been used as power, couldn't it? Interesting. Well, let's try this though. I'm gonna try and find something for an automation. So I'm gonna upload another image. Let's see if I can't even use something like the play button even works for me. These aren't the ones I want to see. I'm gonna go into some other icons that I have here. Let's try something. Like here's an automation, but it's not really what I'm looking for. Try something without the I don't know why letter K's and all that. Like this could be worldwide type automations. Anything with the gears there would be nice. See if I get any other gears. Some gears here. Ran out of stuff there, didn't I? I like the here's some. I don't like the K. I don't know why the K is there. And I know I have there's a gear. Wait, I just saw one right here. Let's try something like this. So there's like something for an automation. And then we want somebody dinging me to say, hey, can't hear you. Just checking. Okay. Next one would be something like a clock. So let's find a clock, because that's what I want to put in here. Oh, that's not centering up. Hold on. That should fill the space. For some reason it's not. Let's go fit. That should fit the image. Should be default. That should be working. Should be centered right in there, but it doesn't look like it. So I'm not sure why we're not getting our full. cool effect here. I shouldn't have to crop that or anything. That should just fit. But it cropped it, putting it in there. So we'll have to try a different image. And that's just some of the things you run into building a website. Here we're going to try, this is a clock. So I want something with a timer. I could use some of these flat images too if I wanted to. And I may in the end just go get a whole new series of icons that I'm going to grab from somewhere. Because I have a bunch of them laying around. I just have to find the right ones. So we're going to put a clock in here. Let's see. This one doesn't really have a lot of good ones. And that's one. I can use that one. So we put a clock in. Oh, that one's cutting that off too, isn't it? That's something to know. That's working. Okay, that one's fine. And then supposedly what? A trophy to reap the rewards. Maybe we can find a reward trophy here. Oh, there's an even better clock. I like that old one. Let's see if I have the reward one here. Again, I'm just playing around. Make use of what I have as assets that might be available to me already. I'm trying to start. This is fine. That'll be a good reward. Okay. So the icons don't necessarily match up. That means I'm going to probably have to build some structure to this. This doesn't look good at all. I don't know why that's not actually working like it should. Nope. Not that. I could try growing it in the container. I just don't know why it's not fitting like it should. Within the box, it looks like somehow that one frame box got set. The image doesn't fit the full square like this one does, if you notice. It's like it's overlapped with something else. It should just be a little square like that, and there's nothing there in this case. So whoever made the template kind of messed up that image box, and you can see it just for the fact that it doesn't fit the same format as the other ones with the little frame around it. So there's obviously a glitch in the template, and that's why making sites from scratch is sometimes your best choice. I may be able to get AI here. I don't know if AI inside here removes image backgrounds. I don't think it does. So in a case like that, what I would do for myself is I use my little AI tool, as known as 1 minute AI. I go to my AI table, which I build out everything in. All my database structure and everything is here. So I simply go to my AI component inside AI table. If you want to learn how I do this, it's pretty straightforward. I just include a menu item that builds it right into the system. So here I go to my AI for image and I find my background remover, and then I may just go and grab that file which I just had. So which one was I actually looking at? I was looking at this one with the finger pointing up. So I simply go back into my folders in my project, and I'm going to find that particular AI under here. Under my AIO bots, I have my images, and so I have all these bots. And where's that one with her finger pointing up? That one right there. So I'm simply going to take this page and this image, and it says I can drag and drop it in there. Now if you want to go take a look at 1minute.ai, I'll leave a link in the chat. Pretty straightforward. You can go check it out at link 2. I put link 2s and everything. That's where you're going to find stuff. Alright, you'll see my link 2 links. Linky 2 I call them. Linky 2s. Alright, I'll take you right to it. So I can either dump the URL or I can simply drop it in here. So I'm just going to drag and drop that image right out of the folder, right into here. And it's going to upload that. And I'm not going to use any prompts. I just want to remove the background. Okay, it's automatic background remover. I might prompt it if I wanted to, but I shouldn't have to. 60,000 credits ain't much out of 24.5 million. So if I let it run, now this site lets you build up 4 million credits a month if you buy the lifetime agreement. This image right here, whoa, I don't know what happened there. There we go. So the background remover should be this one. There we go. So the background's gone. So I can simply save this image, and I'll save it as something inside the project. So I'm going to head over to AIO bots, and I'm going to put it up here in front so I can find it a little easier. And I'm just going to call this AIO chatbot 1. Okay, that way I know she's the one with her, that's the one with her finger pointing up. Okay, and I did make this a female. That's why I did the pink actually in this case. So now I come back here, and I can just replace this image with the last image that I just created. So head back to my projects, AIO, the chatbots were here, and there's my image. It's going to upload without the white background. And now when I save it, you can see here, it looks like it's actually just sitting on the page. So much better appearance, much better look to the website. Makes it look more professional, gives you that look of, quality. You've got the nice little grid in the background showing through now instead of the white background behind it. And then I just come over here and see what's going on. I would probably be best to let the AI, that's what I love about this, is I can actually let it write some of the text that I need for the front page. So this is an intro to AIO chatbots. And I used to have a term for these, but they're basically an all-in-one AI agent employee built to perform at its best when applied to your business. Okay, I'm just trying to come up with something quick. I'm a marketing guy. I'm supposed to be able to do that, right? So I'm going to generate some text based on what I think. I want max words. I want more like 125 words, okay? And I want that content type to be marketing copy, okay? I want the tone to be friendly, maybe urgent, and let's go with the reading level for at least teens, okay? And I'm going to generate the text. Oh, what should be written? I thought I just told you. I blew that whole prompt. Okay, I guess I took that, didn't it? Alright, so what I want is an intro to AIO chatbots. An AI agent employee built for business. Okay? Now I'm going to let it generate some text. Let's say 125 words. Bam. So, this has been one of my favorite website builders. Look at that. Love this app. Okay. Now I could improve on that. I can make it longer. I can make it shorter. That seems Alright, the future is here. Are you ready to unlock its potential? That's kind of like the song. I'm gonna stick with that. That did a pretty good job. So I can just say good. I can copy it over somewhere else if I wanted to as well. But it's part of the site now. So in this case, I like what I've got. That's just a start. So now that we have the login, I can save this. If I were actually looking at the page, what happens when I click on the login page? What do you think happens? Excuse me. I don't have a mute button in front of me right at the moment. So you see what came of the front page. I kind of like this. This is cool. I like that I have a slider. Are you looking for an AI employee? What else did it say? So I don't have context in all these, but I will put more context in this. And then what that's going to allow me to do is have each individual chatbot here represented in a sense to show some neat quality images. And then my contact is obviously scroll all the way down. This is going to be here. They're going to have a little place. I might have a guy taking notes or something instead. I like the little suitcase, but that's a good gimmick. So again, I got to pull out the backgrounds. I got to change some of the context, obviously. These aren't even close to right. So, but a lot of this stuff can just be changed with a few simple words and some applied content that makes it everything it needs to be for your business. I don't see how difficult creating a website should be anymore in the 21st century. And I didn't use much AI here. I will use more, obviously, as I continue to add some of the content. The content won't be much, but let's just go ahead. If we were to save that and open that link, where do you think it's going to take us? Well, it's just going to push us over here. But what we're going to get instead of this page, if we set it up right, okay, I'm going to sign in. I'm going to go to my account. I'm going to go under my workspace, we're on workspace management, so that I can make sure my white label account is not showing the home page that they already have assigned with the pricing. So I'm going to dump that. It's going to go away. It's going to turn itself off. And when I submit this, all that's going to be left behind are the account login page. Okay. there's not going to be a pricing page, and there's not going to be something. I will have it internally, and I'll be able to see it here, but I won't have a pricing. Well, maybe he moved it inside that section. So we're working with Ray to get everything up on the white label that looks proper from just a login standpoint. And that way we won't have a front page that looks just like his. Now it's going to take a little while for this to propagate across the internet to my proper domain again, which is already there. I've just been hiding this front page for a while in the past. So we will now have an interface that looks more like this, and when you go to the login, you will come to basically this page right here, and that's all you'll see. So you'll go from here, login, to here, and there's your login. You'll log in, all you'll see is AIO chatbots in the corners. You'll have the commander here available to talk to him and ask him questions and make sure you're doing the right thing. But other than that, that's the way you put an interface in front of a white label chatbot. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I just wanted to come out real short time, get something on screen so that you guys do understand I'm here for the long haul. Again, my name is Leland, Best of Best AI Podcast, Best AI TV, Best Live TV, and AIO chatbots. So we're going to be putting a lot of this stuff together over time as we move ahead. I'm excited to show this stuff off to all of you guys because we've been spending years building all of this stuff on the back end, and we continue to build out on the front end. And we want you to get a feel for how easy it is to apply AI in your life and business and be able to utilize it yourself just like we have. So we hope to see you in the next video. Be sure to stop by on Wednesday at noon to be in the part of the podcast. That's when all the guys get together to have a lot of fun playing with AI. And we'll see you then. Take care. Have a great night.